It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down throw, Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
The second down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. First and 10, it's Mahomes. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Gotta figure out this third down here. From the gun, it's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2 yards on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he rocks the tackler. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. From the red zone now. Caught near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Daniels from the pistol. That's taken in by Samuel. This is ahead for about 5. Christian Fulton the one to bring him down. Offense to the line for second down. Now Daniels off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, Daniels. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
The pressure's close, and the Chiefs block it! And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points. And their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine. Because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Daniels on 1st down. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And that's good for a gain of 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
On first down, here's Daniels. Able to find Ertz. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Second and 6 coming up here. Again, Daniels to the air. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Play fake here, Daniels. The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Here's Daniels. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a one-score game in the first half. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down, ball at the 36. That's Worthy running the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. And it's the Chiefs with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Again, Mahomes to throw. This one finds Kelsey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes has it in close. Touchdown, Kansas City. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push the lead up to 12. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Tressway on to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's taken down at the 30. That play good for 17 and a first down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Up and good from Blankenship. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Second and 3 now. From the 36. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They put a receiver in motion here left. He finds him right side. Touchdown, Washington. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders get it back to within one score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Now pass play. Here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes now. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
First down from the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing again, Mahomes. The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now. Butker on now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers were also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
Daniels on 1st down. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. Still has room inside the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Slot receiver headed left. Robinson goes up and over for the touchdown. The Commanders shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Again, Daniels to the air. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now Daniels off the play action. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He gets this one to McLaurin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He's got it near the 8. And that's a Washington touchdown. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Now a point after to bring it back within one score. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Mahomes. That's completed right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. That one's incomplete, couldn't connect. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Back to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They run with Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out in 3rd and short.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Chiefs up by 8. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Right back to Pacheco. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. They'll run, Pacheco. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Trying again with Pacheco. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Setting up to pass. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No! Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into...
So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession, but did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Commanders are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Brought in right side by McLaurin. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate, they stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
Daniels from the pistol. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing now. He completes it in traffic. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Daniels on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
To throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Man, look at the big fellas working their tails off up front. That offensive line gave the QB ample time. Unfortunately, just no completion to be found down the field.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Now to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chiefs, as with that, we sign off from D.C.